If someone drinks it, death stays miles away, because that person becomes immortal. But can anyone ever find that waterfall? Well, the story begins with an archaeologist named Luke. He's on the run after stealing a priceless painting, but now others are chasing him too, wanting that very painting. Meanwhile, Luke keeps getting calls from a man named Qasim, but he ignores them all and somehow escapes the Perswersumping onto a train, where he finally dozes off into a deep sleep. During this nap, he dreams he's in a mysterious place where he steals a valuable ancient mask. Suddenly he wakes up and right in front of him sits a woman named Esme. Her mission: to get her hands on the priceless painting, something every billionaire in the world dreams of owning. And today, she's come to meet Luke because she knows he possesses something she desperately wants. But Luke, he won't just give up his hard-earned treasure so easily, and Esme, she's not letting him go without a fight. Her men are spread across the train. They start beating Luke mercilessly, but Luke somehow manages to escape once again. He calls his friends for help and the scene shifts to London. We meet Charlotte. She's fighting a custody battle with her ex-husband over their daughter. Every day, she has to leave her work behind and face the stress of this ongoing fight. One day, while working at the British Museum, trying to finish a pending assignment, someone unexpected arrives at your brother, Luke. She's shocked to see him. Where had he been all this time? Luke says he wants to relive the old days, to go on one more adventure with his sister, just like when they were kids. But Charlotte is no longer the same. She's a mother now. She loves her museum job and wants a peaceful life. While they're talking, Luke silently steals a priceless painting from the museum, and Charlotte doesn't even notice. Suddenly, the alarm blares. Charlotte chases after him outside, demanding he return the painting. But Luke smiles and says, "You want the painting back? Then you'll have to sit with me first." Reluctantly, she gets into his vintage Cara car he stole from a millionaire's mansion, by the way. Yes, Luke doesn't own anything himself. Now begins a wild car chase full of sharp turns and dangerous speed. And guess what? Entire city's police force is now after them. In the blink of an eye, Luke drives the car into the back of a moving truck. Inside are two of his old friends, Murphy and Depp, the drivers. Charlotte recognizes them instantly. They were her father's old companions, the ones who worked in his company. Inside the truck, Murphy tells Luke something shocking. This isn't the painting we were looking for? Psst. You stole the wrong one. Luke is devastated. He turns to his sister and says, "Fine, take it. You can have it back." And with that, he sprays something on her face, knocking her out cold. When Charlotte wakes up, she finds herself sitting alone on a park bench. She rushes straight to the museum. There, Inspector Jamal confronts her. "Looks like you were in on the heist with your brother," he says sternly. But before anything can happen, news arrives. Someone has returned the stolen painting to its original place. Still, Charlotte's world begins to fall apart. She loses her job. And now, she's also on the police's radar, which means gaining custody of her daughter just became even harder, with nowhere else to turn. She rushes to Luke's secret hideout, hidden place filled with stolen treasures worth billions, looted from every corner of the world. But today, she's not looking for treasure. Today, she's looking for something else. Something that has been mentioned not just today, but since before human existence began. It is called the Fountain of Youth, a mystical spring which, when drunk, doesn't just make a person immortal, but so wealthy that he could feed the world 4,000 times over. But Luke cannot do this alone. Helping him is a billionaire named Owen, who is actually suffering from cancer and wants Luke to find this fountain for him. In return, he's ready to pay any amount Luke demands. When Charlotte hears all this, she thinks it's just a fantasy, a story made up by humans. But Luke says stories only exist because a part of them is always true. Every religion's holy book, every spiritual scripture mentions this fountain. But God has kept the location hidden from the world. Only one family has been guarding the path for generations. They are called the protectors of the path. Luke suspects that Esme is part of that family because she knows something no one else does. Back in the 1600s, the rulers had taken control of everything, but 6 of the world's most famous painters somehow discovered the location. They hid the path's coordinates within 6 different paintings, the same ones Luke has been stealing. Each painting had something written in Latin, but they still haven't figured out what it means. Then Charlotte tells them the painting Luke stole wasn't the real Rembrandt. It was a first copy. Owen tells her to give them any clue about the real one. Charlotte doesn't want to be involved in all this, so Owen offers her a deal. If you help me, I will hire the world's best lawyer for your custody case and get your old museum job back too. Asterisk after thinking for a while, Charlotte gives them one clue. Find out more about the Vanderbilt family. They hold the key to your treasure. That evening, Luke sits in a cafe reading about Vanderbilt. That's when Esme appears and warns him. Back off from this mission, she threatens, or I will destroy your entire team. But Luke doesn't get scared. He's completely unfazed by her threat. Later, he attends his nephew's concert. Charlotte is also there. He tells her that he has discovered the real painting's last known location during the conversation. He convinces her to join him again. Now we see the entire team on an island, apparently. The painting was last seen inside a ship that sank and now lies deep under the ocean. But they need that painting at any cost. So first, they send a drone underwater. The drone cuts open the first-class section of the sunken ship and attaches a swimmer balloon to it, with the balloon's help. That section floats back to the surface, making their job a lot easier. Luke and Charlotte dive into the ship. Searching through every item, they find a locker filled with precious jewelry. Luke wants to steal it, but Charlotte stops him. We're not thieves. We're only here for what we came to find. Meanwhile, their teammates on another ship see movement on radar. Someone is coming out. It's Esme, her crew. They've learned that Luke has found out about the last remaining painting. But how does Esme keep showing up everywhere? Maybe Luke was right after all. Still, Charlotte and Luke finally find the painting, and they are thrilled. But before they can escape, the swimmer balloons begin to malfunction. The section of the ship won't stay afloat much longer. Water starts flooding in fast. They rush up only to find Esme and her armed men blocking the way. They'll have to fight or lose the painting. Luke fights with all his strength. Bullets fly everywhere. Some hit the balloons. Some hit the helicopter overhead. The pilot flies off in panic. Meanwhile, the ship is rapidly sinking. They have to escape now. But the bag with the painting falls into the water. Worse, Esme captures Charlotte. Now Luke is trapped on both sides and the ship is plunging fast. Suddenly, a violent jolt. Esme falls off the balcony into the depths below. Luke and Charlotte swim up and escape just in time. Their team rescues them. But what happened to the painting? Nobody tells us. Back home, Charlotte receives a call from Harold, her ex-husband. He tells her that he's going to Japan for a few days, so she can keep their son during that time. Charlotte realizes that this is all Owen's doing, so she rejoins the team. Now, they must combine the 6 Latin words from the paintings. They begin working. Finally discover that combining those 6 characters forms the word Vict. This leads them to a misprinted Bible from the year 1600, a Bible that was intentionally printed with some false verses. They believe this Bible may contain a clue about the fountain, because all the misprinted versions were destroyed except for one, which is still preserved somewhere safe. Suddenly, Inspector Jamal and his team storm in and catch them red-handed. But right after, Kasim also arrives and captures the police. Everyone is tense. Luke offers Kasim a deal. Let my team go, and I'll give you all the paintings. Kasim agrees. Then Luke pretends to go get the paintings, turns the music up loud, and hides under the table. Taking advantage of the distraction, the police launch an attack on the goons. Gunfire erupts from both sides. Meanwhile, Luke escapes through the back with his team. Though most of the goons are killed, police still don't find the paintings, however. They do get a clue about the Vict Bible in the next scene. We see Luke in the middle of a desert drinking water from a golden chalice. Suddenly, Charlotte and Thomas begin aging rapidly in front of his eyes. Terrified, Luke drops the chalice and boom, he wakes up. It was just a dream. In reality, the team is now heading to Austria to find the Bible. This time, Thomas is with them. They get easy entry into the Austrian National Museum. Thanks to Owen's heavy investments there, he's sitting at a cafe with Thomas, telling him all about how to become rich. Meanwhile, Lou, Charlotte, and the others are led to the secure area where the Bible is kept. They're amazed that it's been preserved all these years. Outside, one of their teammates notices Esme's people arriving at the museum. Why does Esme keep showing up everywhere? The teammate warns Luke inside. A staff member tells them because of a printing error. No one ever recognized the true value of this Bible. At the same time, Luke runs into Esme again, and they get into an intense fight. In the end, Luke wins. But now, they can't exit through the front. They need a new plan. They cause a small explosion at the back, creating an escape route through a manhole, and they flee with the Bible. Meanwhile, Owen is attacked by some men, but he fights them off. Bravely, Anne protects Thomas. Inspector Jamal arrives at the museum with his police force and begins a full investigation. At the hotel, Luke and the team examine the 7 Latin words written on the Bible's border, but no one understands what they mean. Charlotte considers leaving the team because her son's safety is now at risk. At that moment, Thomas reveals something. The 7 words are actually 7 musical notes, matched with an ancient melody mentioning the 7 wonders of the world. The team compares the paintings, mapped with the real-world wonders. Everything matches except for one. Asterisk, asterisk. The pyramids of Giza, asterisk, asterisk. Which means the final clue and the fountain must be hidden there. So, the entire team sets off for Egypt. Asterisk, meanwhile, Esme is given a special kind of key by the leader of the protectors. Asterisk. This key has the power to stop the fountain. Asterisk, on the other hand, when Charlotte sees so many bags being held by Owen's security team, she is shocked and asks what they are for. But Owen tells her nothing. Asterisk, their guide, leads them deep inside. But even he does not have the authority to open the secret chamber. So, Owen's men open the bags, asterisk, and out comes a digging machine. Asterisk, seeing this, the guide tries to stop them. Even Charlotte tells them not to do it. But Owen's behavior is becoming more and more strange. Asterisk, meanwhile, Inspector Jamal is arriving with the police force. Asterisk, but Owen's security starts firing at them. A fierce gun battle breaks out. Esme stands far away. Watching all of this happen, asterisk, the team digs down and finally reaches a strange kind of structure, so solid that it can't be moved. So they try to break it. Asterisk, Luke and Charlotte tell them to stop. Asterisk, at that moment, Thomas starts playing some old, strange musical instruments and a sound is produced. Suddenly, the structure opens on its own. Asterisk, they go further down. Asterisk, and find a basement chamber with ancient symbols and carvings on its walls. Above, the battle is raging. Murphy and Depp are fighting Owen's security team, but Depp gets shot. Asterisk, Jamal comes to rescue them. Together, they head inside the pyramid. Meanwhile, the team continues deeper. Luke knows the way, crossing one mystery after another. They finally reach the very bottom. Behind them, Smolso arrives. Asterisk, along the way, find a place with a small amount of water collected. Then Owen says to Luke he will drink first. Asterisk, hearing this, Charlotte realizes that Owen was never sick. Asterisk, he only wanted to sell the fountain water. To get rich, she starts reading the ancient words written on the walls aloud. They say, asterisk, 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 only the worthy may drink, if not instead of immortality, they will be cursed. Asterisk, 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 but Owen has gone mad with greed. He shoots Luke in the hand and yells, "Hurry up, or I'll kill everyone." Luke is forced to go forward. As soon as he touches the water, asterisk, a fountain-like shape appears. Asterisk, his wounded hand instantly heals. Asterisk, when he brings the water closer to his face, it's asterisk, he sees Thomas and Charlotte rapidly aging. Asterisk, the truth is revealed. Asterisk, this water comes with a price. Asterisk, to gain immortality. Asterisk, you must sacrifice someone close to you. Asterisk. Their life becomes yours. Asterisk. Luke realizes that his closest loved ones are his sister and her son. He cannot bear to watch them die, so he immediately drops the water. Asterisk. But now Owen knows asterisk how the fountain works asterisk, and he decides to drink it himself. But as we know, asterisk, Owen loves no one but himself. Asterisk, which means he has no one to sacrifice. Asterisk. So, instead of becoming immortal, asterisk, his own life starts ending. Asterisk, at that moment. Esme uses her key asterisk and all the gates begin to close. Asterisk. Everyone must escape immediately. Asterisk, or they'll be trapped forever. In the rush, all of Owen's men fall down. Luke also slips asterisk, but Esme saves him at the last moment and brings everyone out safely. She praises Luke's courage and gives him a kiss goodbye. Jamal also realizes that Owen was the real villain all along, and his chapter is now closed. The brother-sister duo begins talking about their next adventure. Then Thomas gives them a new idea, and with that, the story ends. Asterisk. Well, how did you like the story? Let us know in the comments. See you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.